It is now 7 o'clock.
If you
This meeting is being transcribed and summarized.
Okay, the meeting is being transcribed.
Meeting
I'm
is
gonna
being transcribed.
mute
I'm
my
gonna
television set because I have
television
two
set 'cause I have
monitors.
two
Can you hear me?
monitors. Can you hear me?
Yes. All right, it is now 7
All right,
o'clock,
it is now
and this
7
is the
o'clock,
Neighborhood
and this is
Board
the
number
Neighborhood
12
Board
meeting. I will call it to
I will
order.
call it
My
to
name is
order.
Ray
My name
G,
is
and
Ray
I'm your
G,
chair.
and I'm your chair.
There's an
And
echo.
There's an echo.
there's an echo. Okay, let
There's
me,
an echo.
sorry.
Sorry.
I have a TV set
I
going.
have a
Okay,
TV set
is that
going.
The
better?
echo is coming from
I
the,
would like Mr. Zoidel to
Mr.
do the
Zoidel
roll
to
call
do the roll
for
call
tonight,
for
please.
tonight, please.
Okay. Sorry. Member Isley. Member Isley.
Here.
Here.
Member Hidano.
Here.
Here.
Member Kurashige. Yeah. Member Lee. Oh. Member Vice Chair Lam.
present.
Chair G.
Present.
Present.
Member Greg.
Present.
Member Larry Smith.
Present.
Member Patrick Smith. Member Patrick Smith. You're on.
Oh, he raised his hand.
Yeah, he's on.
Raise his hand.
Okay. Member
Patrick, we
Young.
cannot hear you.
Yep, you're muted, Patrick.
You're muted, Patrick.
There's no so yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 so far. There's no quorum.
There's no quorum.
There's
Okay.
no quorum. Okay.
Going to mute this
Going
right
to
here.
mute this right here.
Due to the nature of me
Due to
taking
the
care of
nature
this
of
little
me taking
guy
care of this
tonight,
little guy
I'm going
tonight,
to
I'm going
defer
to
the chairmanship to the
the
vice chair,
chairmanship to the
Mr.
vice
Mike
chair,
Lum.
Mr. Mike Lum.
Thank you, board members, for your
Thank you, board
understanding,
members,
but
for
I
your
will be present
understanding,
throughout the
but I will be
meeting.
present throughout the
Thank
meeting.
you. Go
Thank
ahead,
you.
Vice Chair
Go
Lum.
ahead, Vice Chair Lum.
Okay, thank you, Chair G. Zoidel, we're getting feedback from the neighborhood board in-person meeting. Your audio is echoing whatever we're saying with like a 1-second delay. Is there something you can do about that? So I'll talk now, see if I can hear the echo. Okay, I'm not hearing the echo anymore, so whatever you did seems to have worked. So let's proceed with the agenda, moving on to status reports. Do we have a representative from the Honolulu Fire Department here? I don't think I see anyone on the participants list. So let's move on to HPD. Is there a representative from District 1 present?
I'm here, sir.
Okay,
Good
you're
evening,
recognized.
everybody. Sergeant Casabar from District 1. So the following information is the stats for January 2026. So we have motor vehicle theft. Previously, we had 5. And for January, we had 1. Burglary, previously, we had 5. This month is 1. Last month is 1. Theft, we had 7 last month. And then this one is 1. UMV, we had 6. Now we had 1. Assault is 3 previous month, and we have 1 now. Sex assault, previously we had 0, and now 0. Graffiti is 0, and this month is 0. Drugs also 0, and this month is 0. Motor vehicle collisions, we had 21 previously, and for the month of January, we had 28. Total cost for service previous month is 595, and currently we had 555. Yes. So at this time, there's no breach in to report. Again, District 1, we've been enforcing a lot of speeding, especially on the poly area. So we had 6 arrests for individuals on excessive speeding and reckless driving throughout the month of January. Okay. We also have a national take back initiative from the DEA. This is to dispose of your prescribed drugs safely. This is gonna be on April 25th, 2026, from 1000 to 1400 hours. It's gonna be at the Honolulu State Capitol, HB Pearl City, Times Supermarket at Kahala Mall. And then we also have I don't know if you guys been getting texts from DMV saying that you'll be penalized for if you don't send a payment. Those are scams, so please don't click it and just block it. So don't do anything with it, okay? And a safety tip for this month, please always wear your seatbelts. And those of us with pickup trucks, try to avoid having passengers in the back of your pickup truck. As you have seen lately, we have a lot of accidents involving pickup trucks. The last one we had was that fatality on the H1 eastbound, where a female passenger was just sitting in the back and accident. It became a fatality. Okay, so just educate your family members on that one. Okay. At this time, I'm going to yield back to the rest of my time so I can take any questions from the board members and the public.
Thank you, Sergeant. Are there any questions for District 1? Paula, you're recognized.
Thank you for coming to our meeting. The question is from my seniors, if you have a car that's in the garage and it's not being used at all, they're sending these things out to say you're going to receive big monies. You have to pay big monies. Is that also the things that are going on if your car is in storage?
No, ma'am. We like I said, we don't send out all those notices to the public. So especially if it's on private property, we don't mess around with your cars that's on private property. So we don't send anything.
Mabel wants to know if her car's in the garage for like 3 years, is she gonna be fined?
No, you won't be.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
No problem, ma'am.
Thank you, Paula. Are there any
Big
other
help.
Are there any other questions for the sergeant? I don't think I see or hear anyone. So thank you for the report, Sergeant. Let's move on to District 5. Are there any representatives from HPD District 5 present? Okay, not hearing any. Let's move on. Paula, would you like to give us a neighborhood security watch report?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant, for coming. And I'm sorry District 5's not here. We've been pretty lucky. However, I really would like to see the whole thing for our beats 571, 572, and 573 to see how clean we are, because I think we have been real clean. The only thing we still have is the man coming in the neighborhood who is still taking flowers, going on people's yards when no one's home, and cutting flowers and filling up his truck. That truck is YAB 246. YAB 246. And he is going on property when no one is home. So please call it in 911, but by the time it gets there, the police don't get there in time. But we're wondering who this man is and why he has such ability to come when he hasn't been asked. Thank you.
Thank you for your report, Member Shiga. Are there any questions for the Neighborhood Security Watch? Patrick Smith, you recognize.
I'm sorry, but Zodell, could you mute your microphone when it's not in use, please? Because it's really caused a lot of reverb, whatever. Well, sorry, Paul, I didn't have a question. Thank you, Chair.
Will do. But just to let you know, you do have a quorum, Vice Chair.
Yes, I saw Paula arrive. Thank you for correcting that.
I'm
We were-
sorry I'm late. Sorry.
It's okay, Paula. You're good. Are there any other questions for the Neighborhood Security Watch? Okay, I don't see anybody's hand up in the participants list, and I don't hear anything. So let us move on to the Board of Water Supply. Is
Mr.
Jimmy
Chair,
Llanos present? Oh, go ahead, Paula.
can you ask the community if anyone wants to have any meetings in their garage? We have no money, and other places in Nuʻuanu that for us to meet want $60 an hour. So anyone wants to share a garage with 2 outlets that we can show films or show videos would be great. Make us rich. Thank you.
Okay, I don't think I need to ask the public. I think you just asked the public yourself. So the public has heard your plea, and I
Thank you,
really hope
Mr.
somebody
Chair.
hears, because Neighborhood Security Watch is a very important part of our community.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving on, is Jimmy Llanos or any representative from the Board of Water Supply present? Okay, you are recognized. Zoidel, you may have to unmute.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jimmy Llanos, and I'll be representing Board of Water Supply tonight. I'm going to be going over some updates on the Pu'iwa and Dowset Water System Improvements Project. The State Historic Preservation Division approval has been received. As stated in our previous update, we are updating the design for service laterals to improve corrosion protection features and reduce the likelihood of leaks and main breaks, eliminating modifications to the cathodic protection system. There was also a question on if these updates would affect the building permit application for this project, but the design updates aren't going to affect the building permit application because the building permit has already been approved. And since this is a new design for the BWS, we are confirming component compatibility. Please note that timing is still uncertain as we await input from suppliers, manufacturers, and consultants. There's also a question on what the specific proposed start date for this project will be. And here to report that we hope to complete the necessary design changes and a contractor change order and begin work by June, barring any unforeseen circumstances. And we will continue to provide the board with updates as they become available. There's also a question about why the grass around the BWS reservoir near 2800 Pacific Heights Road was dying. And I'm here to report that a few months ago, the BWS ground crews cut the grass very short to remove heavy thatch buildup in the lawn area. This caused the grass to look unhealthy. The excess thatch, which is buildup of dead grass material at the soil level, can block water and nutrients from reaching the roots. However, the lawn is now slowly recovering. I'll move on to my monthly report. Luckily, there was no main breaks in the last month. So I'll move on to the general water announcements. This is about the 2026 poster and poetry contest. The Board of Water Supply has launched its 2026 poster and poetry contest. The poster contest is open to grades K through 6, and the poetry contest is open to grades 7 through 12. This year's theme is Everyday Conservation. The deadline to enter is February 27, 2026. For more information, please go to www.boardofwatersupply.com/WCW contest. So that concludes my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Yanos. Are there any questions from the board?
Chair, this is Audrey.
Yes, Audrey, go ahead.
I just want to make a note, and Jimmy knows already, and Jimmy said it'll be on next month's report, but because it's fresh on my mind, I just want to report a water main break yesterday on Alika Avenue, just for the record, but Jimmy will report it at next month's report from Board of Water. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Hidano. Mr. Yanos, did you need to acknowledge that or say anything?
Yes, so I actually do have notes about that. Let's see. That was, yeah, the main break on Alika. Yeah, that was in it. The main break is repaired, and that was an 8-inch pipe with only one house affected. But thank you for bringing that up, Audrey.
Okay, thank you. Paula, I see you waving your hand, so you're recognized.
Yes. Yesterday, the report. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's me speaking. Sorry. The report for the break was at 1:03 yesterday, and it went on until 4:29, where water came back on at 5:00 Wood. There also were 3 other houses that were affected, not just one house. I did notify as many as I could on Wood, and I did call Audrey, who's in charge of this water thing. I want to make sure that you know that when it breaks, it makes a big, huge noise, like an explosion. And we had thought something broke in our house. So you might want to check that out, because this is about the 11th or 12th time that's broken up at on Alika. There's something more terribly wrong there. Thank you.
Chair, I'm sorry, Hidano, can I add something?
Yes, Member Hidano, go ahead.
So Jimmy, you said only one house, but Paul is correct. It was at least 3 or 4. But it's not only that the houses did not have water, the street is a mess. The asphalt lifted up about a foot, water wasted all over the place. And because of the pressure, the house across the break, the street lifted up at least an inch off of the sidewalk. So please don't only say only one house. It was more damage than that. So I hope when the contractor or Board of Water re-asphalts the place, that they make a good job, a smooth job, just as if nothing happened. Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Why should we have Patrick?
Mr. Yanos, do you have any response to that?
No, just wanted to thank everyone for the comments, and yeah, I'll take the concerns back to our team.
Okay.
Yeah, fix better.
All right, thank you. I see both Patrick Smith and Kathy Grebe have their hands up, so I didn't see who was first. Patrick, go ahead.
Patrick.
Well, I suspect we're probably going to talk about the same thing, and that is the water station at the water tank at the top, 2800 Pacific Heights Road. The explanation, Jimmy, I'm sure you got this from someone at the Board of Water Supply, is complete rubbish. That just defies reality that was all that they did. And the grass is not coming back. It's only weeds in there. I don't know what in the world they did to kill the grass, but they killed it. It's not coming back. It's weeds that are coming back, or maybe grass seeds that have been interspersed. And I don't know what else to do about it, but just to let you know, there was something that went wrong up there regarding the grass. They must have put something on it. And the fact that they say they just cut it down to the lowest level is just absurd. Thank you.
Mr. Yanos, do you have a response? You're muted, by the way, Zodell.
No, thank you, Pat. Yeah, I'll take this concern back and ask, yeah, why the grass is not coming back. Why it's just weeds.
Okay, thank you. Member Greavy, do you have a comment?
Yeah, Jimmy, I didn't quite understand your explanation. Well, even I'm echoing. We're all echoing, except for Mike. Anyway, I didn't quite understand your explanation about what they did at the water tank grass. What was your concluding statement?
I think you're still muted, Zodell.
No, he's just looking for the response.
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking through my notes. Yeah, I just have on my report that our crews cut the grass very short to remove the heavy thatch buildup. And that caused the grass to look unhealthy, and that the excess thatch blocked water and nutrients from reaching the roots.
And that's it? And
Yeah.
they're not going to do anything about it because it is completely dead and hideous, and it's a real reflection on the Board of Water Supply. I mean, I'm not saying we need anything fancy, but anything's better than what it is. I mean, we're ready to go do something about it.
Okay, yeah, the last thing I have in my notes regarding that was that the lawn is slowly recovering, but
No, it's not recovering. It's the opposite. It's getting worse.
I'll definitely take back that the grass, unfortunately, is getting worse. Hopefully,
Okay.
our team can figure out why.
Hey, thank you, Jimmy.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Llanos. Are there any other questions for the Board of Water Supply? I do not see any
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
I do. This is Jill. Hi. I appreciate you taking that back to the Board of Water Supply, but instead of you coming back with a report next month and then us waiting an additional month, maybe you could do a plan of action as well as take it back to the Board of Water Supply and what you plan on doing to resurrect that grass that we had that was really pretty before. So that's just a suggestion I'd like to make.
Okay, Zodell, you're still muted, so if Mr. Llanos has a response, we can't hear you yet.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I'll take everyone's concerns back, and hopefully our team can come up with a plan of action and send it to Zoidel.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other comments for Board of Water Supply? Okay, seeing none, let's move on to the next agenda item, which is a discussion of board vacancies. We have a total of 5 vacant positions, 4 in Subdistrict 1, which is Punchbowl, Papakolea, and 1 in Subdistrict 2, which we can talk about in just a minute. So we do need people to fill these spots. Is there anybody present who would be interested in taking one of these spots? Unfortunately, I do not see any volunteers coming out of the woodwork. We would still like to hear from you if you are interested. Please let us know. I believe the vacancy in Subdistrict 2 is due to board member Mason Iona's retirement. And he has served us for many, many years and has chosen to retire. So we will miss him. It's comment on my part, but I'm sure it's representative of the board. So if you're looking to fill that BOA seat, you have big shoes to fill. Moving on, let's get some reports from non-board events. First of those is Papakolea Community Update. Is Lilia Kupuniai here? Okay, I don't see her. I'm also listed on the report. I do not have a report from this. So we can put that off till next meeting. Hopefully somebody will have some report from Papakolea. The Oahu Metropolitan Planning Organization, Member G, do you have a report?
I'll make a really short report. Hopefully there's no reverberation from the microphones. I attended the Oahu MPO meeting on the first Wednesday of the month of February. And the only document that is soliciting public comment review right now, if you look on the agenda of item number 5B, it would be the Oahu MPO ORTP, or Oahu Regional Transportation Plan, which is about a 40 to 50-year plan. And if you go on the website, which is provided on your, the web link is provided on your agenda, go and take a look at the Excel spreadsheet. They do have the Pali Highway rockfall mitigation project. So these are placeholder projects for federal funds. So the Oahu MPO scope of work mostly covers federal projects, whether it's federal highway projects, which includes the Pali Highway improvements and rockfall mitigation projects and all of that, as statewide as well as the rail or the Federal Transit Administration projects. So go ahead and take a look, and you can provide your comments on the projects. There's a couple that are neighborly next to us, like in Ala Park and Chinatown and all of that, but nothing really directly affecting us other than the Pali Highway rockfall mitigation project. But I think it's probably the outer areas outside of our neighborhood for the rockfall mitigation areas that that they want to improve. So that concludes my report. Thank you for allowing me to attend on behalf of the board.
Thank you, Member G. Does anybody have questions for our Oahu MPO representative? Go ahead, Paula, you're recognized.
I'm glad to see Ray. Number one, for the rockfall, is that seems to be the one by Paola entrance to Kailua Bound?
In response to your question,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the locations are not listed, or they
Oh.
may be listed on the spreadsheet if you look far in the back. I did
Oh.
not see that location, but go ahead and take a look. Go on the website and look. And if you don't see it, we can bring it up to Mr. Nagata and see if the DOT is planning to work on that area within that project.
They may want to think about more the 4-letter word safe and do something about it now before someone gets hit, because those rocks have been coming down for 13 years and now they're really coming down. As they say, they're all lava rock. So they may want to look at that as a serious problem at this point, because those are not small rocks coming down between the Paoa entrance to the Pali Highway and Kailua Bound. That whole area needs to be looked at. Either that or take people out the outside lane and put them all in the inside lane. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
That
Member
concludes my
Kurushige.
report.
Okay. Thank you, Member G. I'm assuming there's no further questions. Okay, not seeing any. Let's move on to residents and community concerns. Are there any community current concerns from the public? Okay, I don't see any hands going up. Oh, Member Greavy, I see your hand.
I don't have a new concern, but and then I don't know if this is the right place to bring it up, but under the number 1, the left turn traffic light, request. Talking about being installed at Pacific Heights and Poly intersection. That's incorrect. It should have been Ha'oa Road, I believe, because there is no intersection of Pacific Heights and Poly.
Is this on the agenda or meeting minutes?
Residents' concerns, number 1, the left turn traffic light request.
Is that this month's agenda?
Oh, let's see. Yes,
Oh, wait.
residents and community concerns.
Interesting. I have the digital copy. I do not see that.
Well, it's
Okay.
just, it's purely,
Okay. Okay, good to know. There was a response from the governor's representative about that, and we can get that when we get to her report.
okay.
But it's not going to be satisfactory for you, though, unfortunately. But we'll keep that in mind. And I believe, well, the intersection that you're talking about between Powell Road and Pacific Heights is a city. Those are city streets, so it'd be up to city and county. So that would either be, well, basically our city and county representative. So that might be a good thing for that to bring up when their
Okay.
time comes around.
Okay.
Are there any other residents or community concerns? I see Pat, which is I assume Pat Smith.
Sorry to be the bummer here, but just so everybody knows, the Sunshine Law does not allow board members to raise issues during public concerns. It's the whole issue of you have to put something on the agenda. So like for Kathy, what I would suggest is, yeah, raise it during the mayor's report or the city council member or whatever. But just so you know, sorry, but
Okay.
we actually follow that. So thank you.
Okay.
That's a good reminder, considering I'm
Yep.
not trained in these things. Well, I have only the casual training we get. Thank you, Member Smith. So with that said, are there any community concerns, residents and community concerns? And I'm assuming there's none at Kapalama Hale, even though I don't see any or hear anything from you. Okay, let us continue on to the officials' reports. First off would be the mayor's representative. We have a representative from the mayor's office here.
She's out sick, sorry. She's not here today.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, moving on. Is there anybody from City Council Member Tyler Dos Santos Town here?
Hi, can you see me?
Yes,
hear me?
we can see and hear you.
Hi, this is Lisa from Councilmember Dos Santos Tam's office. I'm just going to start out reporting from a couple things from his newsletter that came out in early part of February. So the first one was last month in January, Councilmember introduced Bill 5 and Bill 6 to encourage the construction of new housing by updating development standards in apartment and mixed-use districts. These bills are intended to make it more feasible to build housing, including affordable units, in areas close to jobs, services, and transit, while keeping development focused in appropriate urban areas. And at the same time, he opposed Bill 17, voted no on first reading because it would effectively dismantle the city's most successful affordable housing program. So solving Honolulu's housing crisis requires a balanced approach. We need to remove unnecessary barriers that slow new housing production while also protecting the policies that are already helping deliver affordable homes for our community. And if you do not know, tomorrow is council for February, so this will be coming up again. I did report in last month's meeting that council member has been in opposition to Bill 54, which is regarding bus fare increases. At the January 28th council, he voted against Bill 54 because he feels that higher fares place a heavier burden on working people, on seniors and residents with disabilities who rely on the bus every day. So public transit is essential infrastructure, not a revenue source. And at a time when so many families are struggling with the cost of living, we should be making it easier and more affordable to choose public transportation. And then last, council member received some concerns from Antipuni and Papakolea area regarding the recent striping on Awalimu. I don't know if any of you guys have driven that recently. So it's coming over from Paoa on Awalimu, coming down, passing Lincoln, and then there's a striping that kind of blocks off. Now, I mean, I've been driving in that area. I'm a graduate of Hawaii Mission Academy, which is at the bottom of Pensacola. I'm coming from Kaneohe, so I take the Paoa cutoff, take Awalimu, and I drive down it. We always split, right? So there's 2 lanes going down. The striping has made it 1 lane only on both sides, which is going to cause or has caused already so much traffic in the area. So council member did respond to Antipuni. Part of his response includes that council member, he spoke to DTS, and they recognize in the morning traffic in the area has been very congested for years. They relayed that over the next few weeks, they will go out and observe the conditions and make changes as may be necessary, especially with regard to the timing of the turn signal from Awailumu onto Nehoa, which is the source of much of the backup. I do have, hang on just a second. He did report their reasoning as to why, let me see here, as to why their purpose of the striping along the entirety of Awailumu, there's 2 reasons. On the Po'oa side, to better define the right and left sides of the roadways, as there have been close calls with parked cars on the upslope side and with pedestrians on the downslope side. This also has a benefit of making the roadway appear narrower, which is a visual signal to drivers that tends to make them drive slower. And on the Makiki side, it's really to address speeding in the non-rush hour times by making the roadway narrower. And previously, Awailumu Street had very wide lanes on both sides between the Anianiku and Nehoa, and drivers would really speed in the stretch during those off-season times. So this is actually a concern for me, as I know people who drive there every single day, so I'll keep the board updated with that. That's all that I have to report. I'll include all of this in the chat, and I'm willing to take any questions.
Thank you, Ms. Leonaro. Does anybody on the board have a question for the council member's representative? Okay, I do not see anybody. Oh, I see Paula's hand waving. So go ahead, Paula, you're recognized.
Sorry, my neck is killing me. The only way I can get to it with this things around my neck. I was gonna ask you, I forgot what it was. Oh shoot. Oh, this is
Paula, if
terrible.
you'd like, you can give me a call in the morning. Just call council member straight number. I'm the one who answers, so.
Yeah, I might need to do that. I don't know what happened all of a sudden. I think my neck got in the way. Sorry. Oh,
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you remember it, Paula, please give them a call. And let them
That's
know.
what I get for having so many broken bones.
Oh no.
Yeah, hip.
Okay.
I broke my back too. So
Are
anyway,
there any other questions for the council member's representative?
no, but thank you.
Are there any questions from the public for the council member's representative? I think I see one at Kapalanahale.
Yes, we have one.
Aloha. Hi, my name is Jordan, and I've been kind of canvassing the area and hearing some concerns from residents in Nuʻuanu. A couple of them was wondering about the bus that got kind of stopped, the line. And just knowing that Councilmember Tam is a bus rider, I was kind of curious if your office would know a little bit more about the reasoning behind the cancellation of the bus line going up towards like Upper Nuʻuanu, like to Mauaʻoha. I just
You know what-
kind of encountered a couple residents.
Do you know what number? Is that bus route?
I believe that was 20. Is that
20?
correct?
Yeah, it's the one that goes up to like Old Poly Road sign.
Yes, 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my question.
It was, oh,
That was your question.
okay, I'm pretty sure that he has been checking something out on that, so I will, find out and then bring it back to the next meeting. Or if you would like, just give me a call at my office and I can, get that information back to you.
Okay, mahalo. Thank you.
I want to ask her, ask the city if they could give us a break on taxes since they took away our bus and we don't get all the services we're supposed to. So we need a tax break for no bus. Thank you.
I will take that back to him. I think you have asked him that before.
Sorry, I couldn't remember.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions from the public for the council members representative? Okay, seeing none, let us move on to the next representative, which would be the governor's representative. Unfortunately, Ms. Setzer is
Hi.
ill to, oh, you're here today.
Yes, sorry, I am here. I'm just gonna keep my camera off, if that's all right, because I am a bit under the weather.
That's fine.
But still able to present. I can go ahead and share the newsletter link in the chat, and then I'll just share a couple highlights as well as some responses to some of the inquiries that we got last meeting. So for this month's newsletter, there's information on the state's efforts to lower the cost of living by expanding tax relief programs and increasing support for food security and childcare. There's also more information on the state's progress on affordable housing and homelessness solutions with their development and housing units, as well as the continued expansion of the Kauhala tiny home communities statewide. And then additionally on Kauai, the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs launched the Kauai High Wi-Fi program using Starlink satellite technology to provide free public Wi-Fi in remote areas. And then I'm also going to put the link to this in the chat as well. The Department of Land and Natural Resources is asking for the public's help evaluating awareness of events surrounding the 2021 Red Hill fuel storage facility spill. So there's going to be a link to the survey. It's roughly 10 minutes long and it must be completed by February 28th for anyone that is interested or if you wanted to share it. And then I'll also pull up I got some responses from DOT regarding the increase from last month. So first there were some concerns about speed limit enforcement on Pali Highway. In regards to that, DOT said they do not have plans to add speed enforcement cameras on Pali Highway at this time, and the enforcement authority to issue citations would be under HPD. And then my second inquiry that I had was the concerns about that left turn at Paoa and Pacific Heights Road. And then, whether or not each Department of Transportation would be able to conduct a traffic survey, or if there was one previously conducted. The information that they gave me was that this would be an issue with the city and county of Honolulu regarding a request for a traffic study, since those roads are city streets. But I did get the information for the public information officer over there, so I will be contacting them as well to see if I can help facilitate that. And then lastly, there were some concerns regarding a large advertisement that might be constituted as a billboard advertisement placed along, I believe it was Ahi Place or by Pali Highway and Paoa Street. And the information that I received for this was that billboard issues should be directed to the City and County of Honolulu Department of Planning and Permitting. So I can go ahead and put that email in the chat as well. If you have concerns about illegal billboards, you can report them to their email, and they ask that you please include a photo, a specific location, the address or cross streets, as well as a description of the sign. And I'll go ahead and take any inquiries and concerns back for the next meeting as well. Thank you.
Thank you for your report. Are there any questions or comments for the governor's representative from the board? I do not see anybody waving at me or raising their hand in chat. So let us open this to questions or comments to the governor's representative from the general public. And once again, I don't see any questions. So I think people are having pity on you for your illness, but get well soon, Ms. Setzler. And we'll move on to the
Thank you.
we'll move on to the Senator Carl Rhodes representative. The Senator Carl Rhodes have a representative here tonight.
Yes.
Okay, you're recognized. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name's Helena. I'll be sharing on behalf of Senator Rhodes. It looks like he really only has one thing to share for this one. Just that the Hawaii Energy, the state's energy conservation program, has launched an appliance trade-up. Just to help Honolulu residents lower their energy use and manage rising electricity costs. So replacing old inefficient appliances, and they can trade it for something, for a working refrigerator or freezer for a new energy efficient model for as low as $250. The deadline to apply for this program is going to be on April 15th, 2026. If you want to find any more information, you can look at their website at Hawaii Energy at lidos.com, or you can call their number at 877-231-8222. And then that's for all residents living in zip codes 96817 and 96819. And then the energy report is also enclosed in the report with the neighborhood board. If you guys have any questions or inquiries, feel free to call the office or email Senator at senroads@capital.hawaii.gov. If you guys have any other questions, I'll be able to take them.
Okay, thank you for your report. Are there any questions or comments to the senator's representative from the board? Paula, I think I see your hand waving, so you're recognized.
I'm sorry, I'm in a hole with this brace. My question is, I know I tried asking before, and I don't know who's responsible, but we're still having problem with the ducks in Nuʻuanu, the brown Hawaiian duck. Now you're with a senator, and then previously before the mayor's, not the mayor, but the governor's office said that they don't take care of that because it would be brought up in February. So I want to know who in the legislature would help to take care of the brown Hawaiian duck and to save the brown Hawaiian ducks. Would it be senators' offices or the governor's office?
That is a good question. I will definitely let you know. I will definitely bring that up to Senator, and then he should have an answer hopefully by the next meeting. Or if you want, you can call the office, and then we'll let you know about that further if we do find out any more information.
So you don't know who is really responsible for animals.
Me personally, no, I do not.
Okay. Because the governor's office was in charge of the geese on the Big Island. And then I got moved over. So now I'm searching as to who really is responsible. I know DLNR would be one, but I don't see anyone doing anything about it. And now they told me the last time, wait till February. Well, this is February. So I want to know who's going to do something before we have some more slaughter here. Thank you.
Paula.
Hi.
Paula, this is Zoidel. You spoke to me earlier, so I will be following up on that.
Oh, that's about the traps, but I'm wondering about the overall moving them.
Oh, okay.
Moving them to another island. Pardon?
Okay. That will not be.
We were talking about traps earlier. Now I'm talking about who's going to move them to another island.
Zoidel, you just muted yourself, so you need to unmute.
That will not be the city, so we'll find out.
Yeah, that's why I want to know if it's the Senate or if it's the governor's office. Because that takes money.
Okay, Paula, Zoidel's going to look into it, so we can continue on. Are there
Thank
any
you,
other
sir.
questions from the board for the senator's representative?
Thank you.
Are there any questions or comments from the public for the senator's representative? Okay, seeing none, let us move on. Next up on the agenda is Representative Jenna Takanouchi, and I think she is here in person. So you're recognized. Go ahead.
Or online, but yeah, in the WebEx. But me, yes. Thank you, Vice Chair. Hi everybody, happy February. Gung Hee Fa Choi. Just a couple quick updates. I heard the governor's rep shared about the Red Hill survey for anybody who's interested in that. There's also an opportunity from the Hawaii Tourism Authority if anybody is interested in commenting on the Oahu Destination Management Action Plan report. This is something HTA is working on with the counties and the visitor bureaus to identify highly visible natural and cultural landmarks, and then work on ways that we can make sure we preserve these spots through responsible tourism. They're doing meetings across the state. There's actually a Zoom meeting tomorrow for Oahu sites. That's going to be, so tomorrow, February 18th, 10 to 11 a.m. I will put the Zoom registration in the chat. It's just the one, where they want to get your email so they can send you the link to the actual meeting. But if anybody has thoughts about that, you're happy to watch the presentation. You can also just read the report, and then HTA is collecting feedback until March 2nd. I'll put the link to the report as well, just if anybody has feedback or things you might want to think about and participate to contribute to that. And I did want to just share really quickly, legislative session is underway, very busy time. We're coming up on our first major deadline for first lateral, where, all of the bills in the subject matter committees need to get be headed to their final committee. But I did want to just, again, just give update on a couple of bills that I was working on that came from community. Again, I am still pursuing money for trees, for DLNR to do tree assessment and removal for really hazardous trees that might impact public property. Actually, it was really unfortunate. I know the constituent I was working on this bill with, a tree actually fell on his house with the bad weather. So really hoping to kind of, get this funding to DLNR so that they can do tree removal and assessment more quickly. And then secondly, this also came from community. It's a bill to kind of close up loopholes when people may be renting out their property, or have their property standing vacant. And there's some things that people are doing to kind of, take up residency illegally on the properties. And it's been kind of hard for them to go to court and move these things along and prove that they shouldn't be there. That's a bill that actually passed out of the Human Services Committee today to kind of help close up those laws. If you guys are interested in any of these things for legislation, please contact my office. If I would love to have more community members submit testimony. The people I introduce these bills for are very involved in them, but if there's any interest, I'm happy to connect you. Or if there's any questions about bills you see moving, my staff is always helping people kind of track things through legislative session, give notifications, because I know it comes up really quick with like the 48-hour notice for the bills. If you guys are interested in anything, we're also happy to help you keep track of those. Yeah, I think that's all I kind of have. If there's any questions from the board, happy to take that back or whatever's going on.
Okay, thank you, Representative. Are there any questions for the representative from the board? Okay, I'm not seeing a whole lot of action, so let's move this open to the public. Are there any questions or comments for the representative from the general public? I do not see any questions or comments from the general public. So thank you once again, Representative, and we'll hope to see you again in 2 months. We'll recess next month.
Oh,
we
okay,
are in
I missed
person.
that.
We're in person on April, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay, exciting. Okay, I will stick around for that so I can get into my calendar. Thank you, everybody, but call anytime if something comes up before then.
Okay, thank you. So moving along, are there any federally elected officials or other elected officials here who would like to make a report? Okay, I'm not hearing any. So let us move on to, there's no presentations on the next, let's move on to meeting minutes. We did not have quorum last month, so we need to approve, let's look at the November 18th, 2025 meeting minutes. Now, I'm not really sure on what the procedure is for these since it has changed recently. Zoidel, can you refresh my memory?
Just ask if there is any corrections to the minutes.
Okay. Are there any corrections to the November meeting minutes? Okay, I do not see anyone.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
You can say without objection, without any correction, will be accepted as distributed.
Okay,
Thank you.
that sounds good. So without objections, the November 18th meeting will be accepted as published. Okay, moving on, let us talk about the January 20th, 2026 meeting minutes. Are there any additions or corrections for those meeting minutes? And once again, I'm not seeing anything. So without objection, those meeting minutes are accepted as published. So moving on, we do not have any presentations tonight. The next agenda item is board business. Board business item number A is representative of the DOT, Department of Transportation, Ryan Nakata, or any other representative. Are there any representatives present?
Is here.
Okay, excellent. Floor is yours.
Hi, good evening. Ryan Nakata with Hawaii Department of Transportation. Here to give you folks some updates on some of the agenda items. Yeah, I guess I'll just get right into it. The first item is the Wood Street crosswalk noise issue. Just to recap, last spring in 2025, we installed a raised crosswalk on Poly Highway at the Wood Street intersection. Resident Mr. Mark Oyama, who lives on Poly Highway near the intersection, raised concerns about excessive noise that vehicles traveling over the raised crosswalk, as well as the pavement markings and striping that precedes the crosswalk was making excessive noise. So our commitment was we were going to have a noise study done to measure sound levels near the residents, which was done. So we had some initial findings, but there were some additional concerns that Mr. Oyama had as far as the type of devices that were used, the locations that were selected to gather the data. So we told Mr. Oyama we'd work with him to do another round of testing. So I got an update from our testing lab, who is running that study, and they confirmed that they're trying for January and February, but they have not been able to schedule that second round of testing yet because of weather. They need good, clear weather with no rain or high winds. So they've been struggling to schedule that work. I have new people at the testing lab, and I told them that it's important that we coordinate this with Mr. Oyama, and they confirmed with me today that when they do schedule the next testing date, that Mr. Oyama is going to be included in that to make sure that we're on the same page. So they're going to be contacting Mr. Oyama. Hopefully they already did, but that's where we are. We have not scheduled a date yet for the second round of testing. Okay, second item is
Zoidel, I think we've lost the sound from Kapalama High.
Can you hear now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Go ahead, sorry.
okay. I'm going to go into the second issue about the trip hazard at the same Wood Street crosswalk across Poly Highway. So we did send an inspector to go verify what the conditions are, and yes, I guess the concern is at the median where the crosswalk changes direction. That the path from the crosswalk to the median, it does take a 90-degree turn. So if you stay in the path of the crosswalk, it's fine and level. But on the sides, there is a curb on both sides of the median that could pose a tripping hazard. And I understand what the resident was concerned about. So the matter was sent over to our traffic design section to look into what kind of measures can be done. So we're waiting a response from that, and we'll implement any necessary additions or changes to make it a little more visible and safer to prevent those tripping hazards, but it's still being evaluated. Okay, so the third item, I believe it's the same thing as the first one as far as the noise study for the Poly Highway crosswalks. I'm not sure if this is just one concern at one location or if there's other concerns, because we do have multiple raised crosswalks on Poly Highway. So I'm not sure if there's additional concerns. Concerns at additional locations, or if we're only talking about Wood Street. But right now, we only have plans to study the noise at Wood Street. And we're not aware of any other concerns at the other crosswalks. Okay, the fourth issue is about traffic delineators, the potential to switch to a different type of material. I'm not sure about the concerns about this one. I was wondering if anyone could provide more details on what the concerns are about the types of delineators.
Yeah, I think it's whoever asked, there's no name associated with that one. So maybe after your presentation, we can have that open as a question for you.
Okay. Let's see, number 5 is 2024 Poly Highway resurfacing project update. AD sidewalks compliance assessment. I've been emailing with Chair G, and I told her that I recall we did this assessment in 2024. And I apologize, I guess I did not share that with the board as far as what was done. I know we did the assessment where every obstruction along the sidewalks on both sides of Poly Highway through Nuʻuanu was measured, pictures were taken, and I can't remember what the assessment or what came out of that assessment. I know it was done, and I didn't want to speak without finding that report. I did not find it this afternoon, so I told Chair G I was going to try and bring it to tonight's meeting, but I did not find that report yet. So I know it was done, but it's something I'm going to have to follow up with the board and share those results. But I don't have it for tonight. And let's see, the final one, speed cameras, project update. I believe I saw a request for additional speed cameras on Poly Highway. I think maybe that was at Country Club Road. But I wanted to share that currently, right now, the only enforcement that's being done on Poly Highway is at the Vineyard and School Street intersections. And I'm not aware of any plans to expand it further. I would recommend anyone interested to check out the Hawaii DOT website, where all the locations of the intersections that are being enforced with speed and red light running cameras, where citations are being given out, they're on the website as far as locations and other information. But right now, I'm not aware of any other plans to expand the enforcement on Poly Highway. That's all I have. If you have any questions for me.
Okay, thank you for your presentation, Mr. Nakata. Are there any questions or comments for? And I think I see Paula's hand again. So Paula, you recognize?
Yes, sir. You talking to me, Chair?
No, that was just an echo from the couple
Oh,
in the hall. You're all clear.
I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to our meeting. We really need to see DOT at our meetings. We've been fighting this Poly Highway problem since I can remember 1998 when it was brought up first time with what was going on. And now you've added extra things on there that cause even more problems. Like this Noah's crosswalk going with a little chimney sticking up in the middle and not feasible for disabled to walk across. And I hear all this money is being spent to save the pedestrians, etc. But at Wood Street, it is very, 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 very dangerous. And I really wish you folks from DOT would look at all of the poly, because I've been with it since 1992. And it seems like it's getting worse instead of better. And then when I hear you might not even be using cameras and you're doing it only to Vineyard, that is really sad, because we have people living here and we've had 8 people killed already. So I wish you would look at it again. And Mr. Oyama living right there and the lady across the street having to put up with that noise. And then the people that are trying to get to work, they put their life in their hands every time they cross that Poly Highway. And then my seniors now got to pay to catch a cab to go down to catch a first bus at St. Francis. And I don't know if you've heard all these morbid stories, but it's about time I think DOT should look at it. As far as all the things that you need to look at for wheelchairs, you have a lot of problems on the poly that really need to be looked at for the disabled. Use the word disabled and not handicapped, because it's a new word, disabled, for the last, I don't know how many years. And as a physical therapist, who is also injured at this point with broken bones, I think somebody better be looking at it before you have some really big lawsuits. and you probably will have some. The ones that I've turned in were the problems that I've seen, including not even enough room for the wheelchairs to pass or have someone pass them between, I would give an example, would be between Lower Dowsett and Wood Street. There's no room for two people to walk past without one person going in the grass, or one person maybe even have to go into the road. The other one is between Nichiben Chenshu and St. Stephen's Church. The people have to go all partially into the Poly Highway. And people are getting sick of me talking about this over and over, but before another person gets killed, I just don't want to see anymore, even a kid getting killed. So I wish everybody in DOT would look at our Poly Highway seriously. And it is a historic highway, very much historic. So we need to take care of it instead of just keeping abusing it and letting people going up and down there and leaving the valley at a high rate and coming in at a high rate, 59 miles an hour, and leaving at 57 miles an hour, I think was the last. That is unreasonable for a community. Couldn't do anything, and I think everybody should be thinking about it. Thank you. And please, please, please think about putting cameras in.
Thank you, Member Kurashige. Mr. Nakata, do you have any
Seriously.
response?
Seriously. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate the comments.
I'm
And we'll take
serious.
this back. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. And I will
Yeah.
take this back to our traffic designers again, for your concerns about the disabled issues on the sidewalks, and also your question, everybody's desire to expand the speed camera enforcement for the Poly Highway in Nuʻuanu.
And the seniors. Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions or comments from the board?
No, there might be some people in the community that
Yes,
are
I
here.
see that, Pat.
want to speak.
Paula, I see it. We're fine.
Okay. Thanks. I'll shut. Okay.
So are there any other questions or comments from the board?
Chair G.
Okay, Chair G, go ahead.
I just want to say, Mr. Nakata, thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's feedback. Thank you so much for attending the meeting tonight, and thank you for also keeping in touch through emails on any updates. And I'm sorry Mr. Motoyama was unable to attend tonight. But keep up the good work and let DOT know that we appreciate your presence. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nakata, you are entitled to a response if you wish one.
Thank you, Chair G. We'll continue to stay in communication and I'll keep you updated.
Okay, last call for any questions or comments from the board. Okay, move on. Let's open this up to the general community. You're recognized. Pat, can you state your last name for us so that we can officially get you into the record? Right now, you're just listed as Pat.
Last name is
So,
Taira. Spelled T as in
sorry,
Tom, A-I-R-A.
okay, Pat Tiara. Thank you very much. Okay, you're recognized. Go ahead.
Okay, last year in the town hall meeting that Jenna Takenouchi had brought people together for the speeding issue on Poly Highway. Director Sniffen had mentioned that they were going to put strobing lights to indicate to drivers that pedestrians were crossing the crosswalk. One of the problems is nobody knows that the crosswalks exist. The driver, they don't know because they just speed through them. Even if you're waiting there, waving your hands, they don't stop. So when are these strobe lights going to be installed?
Thank you, Ms. Tiara. Mr. Nakata, would you have a response?
Okay, that's something I have to look into. I'm not aware of any plans to install those flashing beacons that we have at other crosswalks, but I'll inquire to see if there's a plan for Poly Highway, and I can report back. Yeah, sorry, I don't have the information tonight.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for taking into it.
Sure.
Are there any other questions or comments or from the general public? Okay, seeing none. Thank you, Mr. Nakata, for your presence and for your presentation. It's very much appreciated. So let's move on to the next board business. It's Punchbowl cesspool projects update. With myself listed, I have no update. We still have cesspools. We have no sewers. So let's move on to the next one. The next item of board business is our desire to have an annual in-person board meeting. Right now, we have the proposal to use Poa Elementary School for our April 21st meeting. And we will only have the facility available from 6:30 to 8:30 for the meeting. There will be a little bit of time before the meeting and after the meeting to set up and tear down. So, Zoidel, do we have to? What are actually is our requirements for having that meeting and officially voting on the location and so on?
You only need to vote on the start time, changing the start time to 6:30 for that meeting to 8:30.
So
that's the only
location.
The location is at Poa Elementary. It's already reserved.
Okay. So I suppose we have to have discussion and then a motion. So I do see hands up from several people. Go ahead, Mr. Smith. I do see your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say also, if you want to have the meeting in person only, you have to vote on that part of it. And you can do that. You have to vote on it. Yeah.
That's an interesting proposition. Zoidel, will we have WebEx capabilities at a different location?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll let somebody, if somebody wishes to have that motion, they can make it. But in the meantime, I do see Sylvia Young. Your hand is up. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. You know, it's kind of confusing. So we do not have a location set up yet for the April meeting. Is that correct? Even though on the announcement part you have that it will be at Poa School.
We do have Poa.
Is it confirmed or not?
Yes, it is confirmed.
And
it is confirmed.
And the time has to be between 6:30 and 8:30.
That is correct.
Okay.
So we only have the road.
My next question is, how are we giving notice to the public that for that meeting there's a change in venue and a change in time?
Similarly, it will be on the agenda of the notice of the change of location and start time.
Yeah, but if you don't have, there might be people in the neighborhood who is not on the mailing list. And so
we do
we might have to do a little bit more than just what happened to our meeting signs?
We do have a
Chair
banner.
G,
We don't have signs anymore?
I believe
We
Chair G
ordered
can
the
answer the question about the signs. So, Chair G,
Can
go
I
ahead.
answer the question? Okay.
Sure, I'll answer it. Zoidel, could you stop the reverberation, please, of the microphone? Okay, thank you. Yes, I also did request if we could order banners, and we could go ahead and do that. So that's almost ready to go, to answer your question, Sylvia.
Yeah,
So
but if you're ordering banners, it's gonna have this one location with the time. And it, you know, but the thing is, it's gonna be a one-time banner.
we were going to make a regular banner for a regular meeting, and we could put a tape over it with some print
Oh, because
with this
I
one
thought we
date
could,
for a one-time
that was
meeting.
my idea. I
Yeah.
thought that we didn't have to do new banners if we still had our old banners and just put the time difference
We're
on,
just going
you
to
know,
order new banners. I
you're
made
just
that
gonna
call.
order new banners.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's affordable. Yeah.
okay. And the other thing is, where do you plan to hang these banners?
Anywhere you want to recommend to hang it, that's fine.
I mean, I only have one location that I can ask the owners of that property that we could put our banners on for this upcoming meeting. And I would like to suggest that we put it up early, you know, as soon as March, our meeting that we research in recess in March is over, we should just hang those banners up so that they have a month to remember that our meeting is going to be on April 21st, you know, at that time at Pa'o School.
Sounds like a plan. And I wanted to also ask you, how long is that video? Did you find out?
No, I didn't. I tried to contact the state library, but it's just that I can't remember because I had a copy of my own, but somebody borrowed it and never returned it, and I don't know who borrowed it. But I know it wasn't like 2 hours or anything like that. It was maybe at the most an hour, but I need to check on the time. But I do know that it's at the Library of Hawaii because I did check on that.
Okay, I'll wait to hear from you, but just remember, we're going to recess at the next meeting, so you have to
and
contact
this
me
is
personally.
we are recessing at the next meeting, so I'll have to get the timing and everything to you way before the April's meeting, so you could put it on the April's agenda. Because when I looked at this agenda, it didn't have mentioned the video. Yeah, so
It did not. No.
No, which I had requested at the last meeting that it be put under agenda as a possible topic for April. But anyway, those were my questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other discussion regarding the annual in-person board meeting for April? Okay, I do not see any hands up. We do need to make a motion for the time change as well as have a vote. So somebody will have to make that motion.
Vice Chair, I'll move that we change the April meeting to starting time from 6:30. And you don't have to set the end time, but start time at 6:30.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, thank you, Member Greeby. Do we have discussion on this or go straight to a vote?
Well, you can ask for discussion, and then if there's
Okay.
not, we've kind of already discussed it, but yes.
Okay. All right. If there's no further discussion, why don't we call for a vote? Should we do this as a voice vote or just go as a roll call vote? Sorry, Dale, what's the right way to do
You know
this?
what? I have a hand up.
You can just ask if there's any objections to changing the minutes, the meeting time, start time to 6:30. If you don't, we can do just a voice vote.
Okay.
If there's
Sylvia, did you say you had your hand up?
Yeah. My thing
Okay.
is, you know, if we're gonna vote to change the time, are we looking at just for this coming meeting, the April meeting, or is it a permanent change in time?
This time
Excuse me,
change
Chair.
would just be, go ahead.
Yeah, the motion was just for April.
The motion is just for April 21st meeting,
Correct.
period, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it, clarified, thank you.
Okay. We'll just do this as a voice vote. Are there any objections to moving this meeting to 6:30 p.m. start time for the April 21st meeting? Okay, I am seeing and hearing no objections. So I believe that means we are scheduled to start officially April 21st meeting at 6:30 at Poa Elementary. Okay, let's move on to the next item on the agenda. This is a consideration to temporarily change the vacant sub-district seats to at-large seats until June 2027. Is there any discussion on this? I'm not seeing any hands, not hearing anything. Go ahead,
Chair,
Member Smith.
I did kind of wonder, I mean, what was the thought? I mean, maybe it was the chair who put this on here, but I mean, kind of what was the thought of changing? You just wanted to kind of lift all the seats that we have open from sub-districts to at large? Is that sort of the thinking?
Vice Chair, can I respond? Yeah. Yes, I did list it because there's so many vacant seats. So I just thought that I thought I heard somebody bring it up as an option, but you don't have to discuss it if you don't want to. So it's just an option.
No, Vice Chair, I'll make the motion that we do. In fact, I forget how it's articulated. Oh yeah, go from with our vacant seats. Well, actually, I would say all the seats, because even if one does come open, is to remove the I'm sorry, the sub-district designations and going to at-large for this term. Thank you.
Okay. Is there a second to that motion? Member Greavy, was that your hand? Okay.
Yeah, I second.
Member Greavy, got second. Does anybody have any discussion on this?
Okay,
Member Young, did you just want to say okay, or did you have a comment?
do I have the floor?
Yes, go ahead if you
okay.
have comment.
I would agree to it for sub-district 1, but I wouldn't agree to it to make it all 5 seats that are available, because 4 is in sub-district 1 and 1 just became vacant with a resignation this month. So we haven't had a chance to go out to see if we can fill sub-district 2 seats yet. And that's the thing that I don't think it's right because we're not giving sub-district 2 a chance to fill that seat, that vacancy, within the month or two. But I can understand why we would do sub-district 1 because those seats have been vacant for the beginning of the election. So it's over a year.
Okay, so the
But
motion
anyway,
is,
that's my thought, that I would agree to it being to temporarily fill the seats for sub-district 1 with at-large seats, but not for sub-district 2, because that seat only came available this month.
okay,
And
so
we did
the,
not have a chance to go out and let anybody know because I didn't know about the vacancy until we got this agenda.
okay, so the motion is for all seats. So
Yeah,
in order for us to
Patrick
change
one
this,
was for all seats. And
right,
I'm saying that I'm not in agreement for all
okay,
seats.
okay. Are there any other discussions? Is that your hand going up, Member Smith, or are you just kind of, yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to respond. I understand where Sylvia's coming from, but we're not having a meeting in March, of course. So that's going to put us we're in April, we're getting close to kind of like a mid-year point or another remaining 12 sessions. But I would say that, it's kind of unlikely we're going to have a mad rush and there are going to be five people come from outside of District 2. I just think that's kind of unlikely at this point, but I understand your reasoning. But anyway,
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Patrick, Sub-District 2 has always filled their seats.
Yeah.
If you look at the history of Neighborhood Board 12, Sub-District 2 has always filled the seats. We've had more than five people.
Well, Vice Chair, if I could.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You have 2 months. I mean, so to raise someone and you can't guarantee, but I think the board would give, at least for myself, I would give deference to someone from Sub-District 2, even if we make it at large for that reason. But just like I personally, and I obviously can't speak for everybody on the board, but I would give deference to people if we had a slew of candidates to people from Sub-District 1 for all those seats. So yeah, I just think as a practical matter, it's not really an issue to worry about. The point is more to get a full complement on the board for this term. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments? I would like to make a comment, so I believe I have to hand the gavel back to Chair G for comment.
Sure. I will recognize Vice Chair Mike Lum for his comment. Go ahead, Mr. Lum.
So the concern I have about opening as the only representative from Punchbowl that's currently on the board, the concern I have about opening the open 4 seats to anyone is that there's a significant difference in demographics of the people who live in the Punchbowl area. We have a much, well, say it's younger and a little bit more of a transient population. So that's why it's harder to fill the seats here. If the seats become open, chances are they're not going to be filled by people of that same demographic. So it's, I think I understand the issue that we have. I'm kind of torn with wanting to have full seats on the board, but also understanding that there's a significant difference in the demographics of the people of Punchbowl area versus Nuʻuanu or Poa. So thank you very much. Just consideration, and I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Vice Chair Lam. I refer back to you as the acting chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we have a motion on the table. It's been seconded. So why don't we have a voice vote again? This is a change to our existing board, so I'd like to actually do this as a voice vote, as a roll call vote. So Zoidel, can you do a roll call for this?
Okay, so the motion is to temporarily change vacant sub-district seats to at-large seats till June 2027. Okay. Let's see. Member Easley.
I'm here, yes.
Member Gribby.
Kathy, you're muted.
Kathy,
Yes.
you're voting yes. Okay. Member Hidano.
Yes.
Member Kurashige.
Yes.
Vice Chair Lam.
I'm going to say no.
Member Smith, Larry Smith. Larry. Member Patrick Smith.
Yes.
Member Young.
No.
Chair G.
I think we got to turn off the reverb, but I will vote. This is a tough one. I'll go no.
Vote is 5 ayes, 3 noes. The motion is not adopted.
Okay, thank you. That was actually a little bit surprising to me, but let's move on to the next agenda item, which is the motion to consider permanently converting these seats to at-large seats. Is there any discussion on this? Or would somebody like to make a motion? Sylvia, I see your hand up.
Yeah. I don't want to make a motion, but what I'd like to suggest is that this be on the agenda, and with tonight's meeting, it serves as notice to the members of this board to that's a consideration that we should all be looking at for a future meeting, to see whether it's a good thing for our board or not a good thing for our board. And so that's where I'm coming from. I think that it needs to be considered and thought about, and we cannot make a decision tonight. It's not something that we can make a motion on tonight, but it's something that should be kept on this agenda for us to keep thinking about it. That might be something that we would want to do, to ask the commission that this board would want to be all at large, or we could even split it where we could be some district seats and some at large seats, because we also have that choice. So that's where I'm coming from.
Thank you. I think, Chair G, we can keep this on the agenda. That's fair enough. Okay. Member Smith.
Okay, I don't know if anybody follows it, but I did put it on our commission agenda to discuss our next meeting because I had to submit the agenda before this meeting. So I'll just report to them that our board decided not to go forward. So just if you see it, that's why. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Smith. Is there any other discussions, or does anyone want to make a
Yeah.
motion?
Patrick, I think that was premature on your part to put that on the commission's agenda when we have not ever discussed it on the board level. I think that should be on the board level for us to talk about it and ask the commission that that's something that we want them to consider for us.
Well, that is true. I think we take a large consideration. But if you look at the neighborhood plan 2-15-108, it says the commission has the right to make these changes. And we don't need the permission of the board. Now, of course, we're not going to do it as a practical matter without the board's okay. And we only usually do it at the board request. But I'm just saying, as far as being premature, yeah, it was a little premature, but I didn't realize we were recessing in March. So to expedite the process, that's why it was done. It's no harm, no foul, because we just will skip over it in our commission meeting. So I just wanted to let everyone know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Again, one last call for discussion or motions. Go ahead, Chair G.
I just want to make a comment. So we don't want to get Patrick in trouble. I just put it on the agenda because I remember somebody talking about this from the past, and it triggered my memory to put it on the agenda because it's been mentioned several times. But it was good to hear that tonight the other sub-district has never been at large or ever even considered it because they want to go out and select their own candidates. So thank you for your comments. Please don't blame Chair Smith, Commission Chair Smith. You can put the blame on me. And I will continue to put this on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mike.
Okay,
Thank
Sylvia,
you
your
for
hand is
saying
up again,
that.
so go ahead.
But thank you for saying that. But it was, I'll admit it, I've been thinking about it. That's an idea that I've been thinking about it because we've struggled to fill some seats. But knowing what Mike Lum had said tonight, how he feels, and that's exactly the reason why we have sub-districts and no at-large seats, because of them demographics. Nuʻuanu has some concerns. Paoa Pacific Heights has some concerns, and so does the Punchbowl district. And we all have different concerns because different things happen within that community, that sub-district. But we got to look at what fits into our district so that we can all live peacefully. And that's the only thing that I'm really trying to advocate, that maybe the solution would be a half-half, where 3 seats is sub-districts and 2 seats from every district is at large. So there'll be 6 at large seats versus, the 12, the other 3 times 9 seats being a district seat. And the other thing that there were so many variables that I was thinking about our area, okay? And it's really a difficult thing to try to figure out this stuff, but it does take thought. And at that point, I think we really should go out and seek help or input from others to find out what works for their neighborhood board areas. Because a lot of people have all at large, a lot of them have only districts like us, and some are mixed, half and half. So I think we should explore these options. And I'm not against at-large seats. I am not against at-large seats, but I want to see what the pros and cons of each of those options are. Thank you.
So it sounds like you're asking us to consider a PIG, possibly. If you would want to
No,
do something
not
like that, it would have to be
exactly.
on the agenda. But okay, well, I guess we can consider it if you wanted to make an agenda item to discuss specifics like a PIG. We could do that.
Yeah.
But moving forward, I'm really getting the impression that no one wants to make a motion on this. So without hopefully cutting anybody off, unless somebody has some last comments, we can move on. Okay, I'm not seeing any hands, not seeing anybody screaming at me or waving their hands on the camera. So that brings us to the last agenda item here, which are the announcements. And there's only one, and that is that our next regular board meeting for the Nuʻuanu-Punchbowl Neighborhood Board number 12, we recess for March, but the next meeting will be scheduled as an in-person meeting for April 21st, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. At the Poa Elementary School cafeteria dining room. And once again, I think our options are this will be another hybrid meeting. So we will have support for in-person and remote WebEx meetings. I do see Member Smith with his hand up, so I assume that's another announcement. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody of the City Charter Commission. Since we won't be meeting for a couple months, it might be incumbent upon everybody to just sort of look over. There are a lot of charter amendments proposed, and the commission, the Charter Commission, is going through those. But if anybody wants to take a look, this would be the time to do it and submit testimony about your own positions. So thank you. Just want to make everyone aware.
Okay, thank you, Member Smith. Are there any other announcements for tonight?
Yes, I have one.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Member Young.
I just wanted to say that Nick Noggle was a neighborhood board member of number 12, and he represented the upper Nuʻuanu Valley area. He lived off of Old Pali Road, and his family was an old Kama'aina family. But Nick passed away, and his services were on Sunday. So I just wanted to mention that we lost another formal neighborhood board 12 member. You know, beside Clarence Ching late last year, and his services wasn't there, and now we lost Nick Noggle.
Okay, thank you, Member Young.
Okay,
Chair
thank
G, I
you.
see you have your hand up for an announcement.
I just want to thank you, Vice Chair Lem, for chairing tonight because my bulldog is snoring so loudly you wouldn't have been able to hear me. Thank you again for a job well done.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other announcements? Okay, go ahead, Member Kurshige.
I'm not Chinese, but I want to wish everyone happy Chinese year. What do you say? Chinese women? Chinese men? How do you say it?
Gongi Fa Choi.
Kung Yi Fat Choi. Okay, everyone. Stay healthy.
And
All right, thank
happy
you.
Mardi Gras and Lent.
Also, happy Mardi Gras.
Yeah, don't eat too much tonight.
All right, let's
Malasadas.
move to adjournment.
Thank you.
Malasadas.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Any objections? Okay, with no objections, I declare this meeting for the February Neighborhood Board number 12 adjourned.
Thank
And we will
you.
see you all in person in 2 months.
Aloha. Year of the
Thank
horse.
you.
Bye.
Okay.